Okay, so now that we have one posting being parsed, we can generalize this a little bit and make it parse multiple postings. But before we do that, I'm going to create a Git repository. And I'll add our code. And then we can add another posting in here. And let's see how our current code deals with this. I know it won't parse, but I'm not sure exactly what will happen. Okay, so it just reads to the end of the first posting. So let's see. So obviously we're gonna want to pull this out, pull the posting parsing code out into another function. So I will create a function down here called parse posting, and it'll take the same, it'll have the same signature as the one up here, except we'll output a posting structure instead. And suppose we can start by maybe we should rewrite it, the code that's in main that parses the posting, and rewrite it using the buffer and the length parameters instead of this pointer difference thing that we're using down here. So we'll say while when and is digit buff. That is while we have data in the buffer. We'll have our year, and we will, I'll just copy and paste. We do this, we increment the length, and we decrement, we decrement the length, and we increment the buffer, sort of like we do up here. Maybe I'll swap them for consistency. And I guess I'll make a, we do have a posting struct already. So I'm gonna go ahead and comment all of this code out, and we will work from the posting function now, and just use the code down there as reference until all of it has been copied over. So we have our buffer, the length, and we'll make a posting now. We can for now let's just do that, and yeah, let's just do that for now. See what the result of the program is. So we can do gcc main. Okay, let's see. Oh, 4. Oh, right. Oh, we already have a posting struct up here. And we'll print out the year. And okay, so we get 2023 there. And I wasn't happy with the way we were checking whether we had enough data left down here, so let's find a new way to do that. Let's see. So I have this while loop that will terminate either if the length is null or if we don't have a digit. Actually, maybe we can just do like if length is 0, then I'll write it out explicitly actually for clarity. Then we don't have a full posting. Then we can if buff doesn't equal dash turn -1, and then increment the buffer and decrement the length. Let's see. Maybe it would be worth pulling this code out into its own function, so we parse a number with a maximum length. Something like this. So we can set the maximum length for a year to be 4 digits. We do out equals out times 10. Something like this, and we give it the buffer, the length of the buffer, that we want the maximum length to be 4, and the address of year. Then we can do buff plus equals length. Let's see if this does the same thing. It should. Yep. And then I can just do this, check for the hyphen. Turn -1. Buff plus plus, length minus minus. Oh, right, and we probably want to change these to month and day. And then assign them to their respective fields down here. And we might even be able to cut out the intermediate variable here and write it directly to the struct. Well, buff, buff. Okay, so something went wrong here. Weird. So the year is right there. The month will probably be right here. Let's see what the return is. I don't think that's actually, maybe I'll just use D again. LD. Minus, oh, duh. There we go. That's working now. And we'll print the whole date. Cool, so that works. Okay, so what comes after this? I think white space, we need white space. We also verify that these are reasonable values. Maybe I'll just put a to-do in here to like actually verify that they're correct dates. But we can worry about that later. We just want to get multiple postings parsed for now. Okay, then let's search for a new line. Char buff when right. So we have a pointer to the new line, and we can probably just copy code from down here. Yeah, we do a stern loop. to that, and this to PL, and I'll go ahead and print out the description down here. Actually, let me make sure stern dupe does actually what we want it to do. Yeah, okay, so it's adding the terminating null byte after we copy what we want, which is exactly what we want it to do. We're posting that desk. Alright, we're not needing the white space yet, so I think I wrote code to do that. Oh, did I not? I must not have. Okay, so I think there is code up here to get rid of the white space, yeah. Oh, length. If we get a new line before we get any sort of description, then that's not good, so we're going to return -1 there. Yeah, so that should do it. Yeah, so the space is gone. Let's add some more spaces just to check that it worked. Added some tabs and spaces. Yeah, so that gets rid of the spaces. And maybe it would be worth splitting this off into its own function as well, because it's used multiple times. Let's get the parsing working first. And let's see. Yeah, next step is to get the posting lines parsed. Maybe we'll make an array of posting lines for each posting. And let's see. Yeah, we can probably steal this logic down here too. Yeah, we should be able to set len equals minus equals ln minus buff. Minus plus 1, no, -1, because we have to get rid of the new line, and buff equals nl plus 1. And well, I want to replace all the occurrences of pointer with buff. And let's get a posting line to write to. Oh. Okay, maybe we need to change PL up here. Luckily, all the rights are down here. Alright, so we can read into the posting line now. And let's see what we get when we... Oh, oops. Yeah, we still need that description member. Yep, good. And then, rather than reading until we run out of... Actually, what is happening here? We're reading while we have stuff left in the buffer, and the first character in the line is a tab. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, so this stuff is being printed down here. So we're still just reading that first posting, which is fine. And we're getting the correct lines out. We're not adding them to our posting yet. Yeah, so let's add them to our posting. So probably use array, like realloc array and stuff. So let me look at these guys. Something like that. So we have the number of lines, which starts off as 0, and as we add more lines we append to the array. So actually, now that we're using this multiple times, actually we were using it multiple times before, but you should reset it each time. And realloc array p lines, and member is p n lines plus 1. The size of each member is size of struct posting line. At least I think that's what the size parameter does. Yeah, each of which is size bytes, okay. Struct posting. We run out of memory, we have to return -1. I spelled struct wrong. Otherwise, new lines, or maybe I should do like copy new lines, n lines. That'll put us at the end of the array. We want the address of that. We copy PL there, and then size of PL. And then add 1 to n lines. So let's see if that works. Nope. Oh yeah, right, we need to specify the type. 'Cause for some reason C can't figure out the type for us. Reallocate. Oh, we need to include default source. Right, define default source. Oh no. What do we need to define then? Is it in a... oh, standard lib. Yeah, now we get it. Oh, we need, that needs to be the address of PL. Yeah, that makes sense since we're not printing out the anything anymore. And just to test it, let's print out the number of postings. Okay, cool. That is correct. I guess we can get rid of all this code down here now. And actually, yeah, I'm gonna pull the white space eating function out. And let's make sure that it works. So let's return a sign size here, even though we don't need to. Actually, yeah, we do need to. Actually, maybe we should add a flag that will tell it whether to error on or whether to return -1 on new lines or not. That is whether to guarantee we have a certain amount of white space on the line. Oh, actually, maybe there are 3 different modes we want. Eat the white space until the end of the line, eat all white space until we encounter a non-white space character, and eat at least one, make sure there's at least a little bit of white space there, like we want between the date and the description. Maybe we can add flags for that. Same line. And let's just add a min parameter. And start lane minus len is less than min. Return -1. Same line, and we encounter a new line. Return -1. Yeah, that should do it. We have red, white space. We give it the buff, the length, how much white space. I think this is before the description. So we want it to find at least one white space. And same line, true. Can get rid of this. Might need to import standard bool. Alphabetize those. Let's make sure we're still getting a reasonable output here. Just a sanity check. Yeah, okay. That's working. Oh. Yeah, if we print out the description here, it'll include the space, I think. So buff plus equals ret, length minus equals ret, -1, return -1. There we go. Where else are we eating white space? I think we're eating it in the, yeah, is space. Eat white space, buff len. Same line, yeah, we want it on the same line. Red equals -1, return -1, plus equals. Sorry, buff plus equals red, length minus equals red. Oh. Yeah, let's move this function up a little bit. Let's make sure we're still getting the lines, the right number of lines. Okay, so this messed something up. Because, oh, we're just eating till the end of the line, so we don't need any white space there. Okay, that still didn't work. Maybe this will do it. Okay, I guess we have to think through this. So we get here's start line. No, okay, start line is bigger. Okay, can't do that. Okay. If we want to stay on the same line, so what does it do now? So now we get, here we get nothing. We definitely need same line equals true there. Okay, I'm just gonna do some printf debugging here. I assume it's failing up there, but I want to make sure before I try to figure out why. What? So we're not failing up there. Okay, no, we are. Yeah, we are failing up there, since that gets executed, but this doesn't. So let's see. Maybe we should add this thing back. This condition makes sense. Printing a number somewhere. Yeah, here. Alright, okay, so this code doesn't even get executed for this line. Or it shouldn't, at least. But then what's happening? Let's make sure this function's getting executed twice. Actually, I think we can do... Really? Okay, so that function's getting executed just once. And why is that? Okay, so I think this value must be wrong then. Maybe. So let's see exactly why our looping fails. Why did I do that? Just do used. It's not that. That means down here we're getting buff must be something that we don't expect. So I'll print out the value here. 115. Which is an M, a capital M. Let's make sure that that's actually, yeah, what? Do we even have a capital M in here? Yeah, something is going very wrong. And it has to be related to the eat white space function. Because if we I'm just gonna undo all my changes up to that yeah, so this should work. And are we getting the right number of posting lines? Yeah. actually, look, this is redundant since that gets checked up here. Maybe we can, let's try replacing this with a neat white space. I think there are two places it can be used. White space buff when you want at least one space between the account name and the value. And same line, true. So this should buff plus equals red, minus equals red. Let's see if this works. That works just fine. And then we can, let's actually replace this call down here with the same thing, except on a minimum length of 0 because it's the space between the number and the currency. And then buff plus equals red and minus equals red. Same thing, works fine. Red equals white space. Buff when minimum 0. Same line is true. See if this works. No, that breaks it. Okay. Why does that break it though? I just print out the return value here again. Alright, okay, that makes sense. We're getting -1. That explains why it's failing at least. Oh. Same line. That'll do it probably. Yep. Cool. Yeah, I don't know why I thought this should return a -1. If we're ending at the new line, it should just return the number of characters read between the start and the new line. And yeah, it should return -1 there. So with that done, should be able to just read the posting in a loop. Oh, we need the pointer. And then we can do eat white space. And here, I'm gonna put this here, and then we should track the initial length. And then return that. Oh, yeah, we need to change these. Okay, so it's not quite working yet. Let's see what read is. Here it's 52, down there it's -1. So it does run twice, but it's failing the second time. Let's see what the pointer points to. Second time it points to 104. And the first time it points to 50. Okay, so it has to be pointing to the end of the currency. That doesn't make sense. So we're miscounting somewhere. So let's see each of the posting lines, what we get out of them. Interesting. Are we incrementing the buffer somewhere? We're not incrementing the length. I think this is 21 characters long. And this one is 13, yeah. So what is happening here? We're not including the new line, maybe? No, we are. I think these... I should add a comment. Since we're still getting 2 entries, that means there, it knows where the tab is. Maybe maybe this is where the mistake is. This looks kind of sketchy. Take the new line, position of the new line, we subtract current buffer position. I don't know, let's do this. Actually, I think it's a pointer. And then the same thing down here. And that comment so we can distinguish between them. Okay, yeah, so maybe that's where the mistake is. It's the buffers, looks like it's being incremented by 4 or 5. I can't do math. Let's see. Yeah, 5. The length is only being decremented by 3. And it should point... Yeah, it returns a pointer to the matching byte. So after the white space, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, that's the mistake, I think. Yeah, because we're subtracting it, so we don't need to account for that here. We need to add 1. So it's interesting that didn't mess with... Oh, maybe it did mess with the names somehow. Yeah, because the buffer pointer was the same. The length was just messed up. So now the value when we read is 10. Which is a new line. Let's see what it points to up here. A new line. Is it the same? Can't be pointing to the same thing though. No, it's obviously pointing to the same thing because it's before we increment it. So eat white space isn't doing its job, that's the problem. Let's see, is space. Well then, it is. So what is red for 0? But I think a new line is a space. Yeah, new line is a space. So why isn't it reading it? Let's see what count is. Yeah, so we have plenty of material to read, but it's just not reading it. confused again. Okay, that's why. Perfect. Except the line count is wrong, but now at least we're getting this guy. We can get rid of all these print statements. Leave that one because it's useful. So why are we getting alright, because we're adding it, we're setting the same posting again. But if we change that to like posting, perfect. So now we are able to parse multiple postings. Still not storing them, but we're parsing them. Yeah, so now we can parse multiple postings, which concludes this video.